I have to be honest, it's been a difficult night at work. I just tried to start making the video a minute ago and I had to stop because I just got off on a tangent. But let's just put it this way. I had another foreign table, barely tipped me anything. So now I had to pay out more tonight than I made. Folks, 20% minimum should be your gratuity. Servers have to tip out their support staff based on their sales. We have no choice. It's not optional. So please tip your servers and bartenders. There is a lot of things that can contribute to the way that your service is playing out. It's like never just one person's fault if things are going wrong. So please be patient. You have all the kitchen staff that you have to trust with every fucking table. You have bartenders that you have to trust. You have the front door. You have like your server's assistants. Like everyone contributes, but like you have so little control over how things go that if someone's showing that they care, they're trying, like tip them appropriately. And if you're traveling to another country, find out what you're supposed to be tipping. And if you tell someone that you own a restaurant, then you better tip 20%, because that was my table tonight. They were foreigners that said they lived here now and they owned a restaurant and they still like had the gall. Like one couple didn't tip me at all. Their check was $1,000. Unbelievable. So now we're here. I'm trying to like get it together. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm spread thin. I'm doing my best. But we are here for the energy forecast for the week. I'm sorry that I'm not in my usual sprightly mood, but I think that one thing that makes this channel good is that I'm authentic and I'm not fake and I don't pretend. I tell you the truth. And so if I'm not in a good mood, I can't pretend to be, and I'm not going to. Ending is our first card. We've definitely been coming to the end of a cycle, a long cycle. If you do not put an end to the patterns that you keep repeating, like the lessons are going to get more and more intense. And that's one reason why I'm so frustrated when nights like this happen, because I think and I'm like, oh, what can I possibly do more to avoid things like this? People are having huge endings and beginnings right now. Not one person that I've read cards for, not one person that I've talked to is not in a big transitional moment in their life. Let's see what else is next. Growth. Hopefully this is the end of a bunch of bullshit. And we have growth ahead of us. We are growing. These are growing pains. I'm not apologizing for being upset, for being angry, or for crying. I'm tired. I haven't even had enough time the past few days to just drink enough water. Like I've had like 2 glasses of water in like 3 days. I've been going and going and going. So on a night like tonight, when I feel like I've worked so hard to grow, and I know everyone else is too. I know so many people out there have just bent over backwards and tried so hard in their life just to make changes. And then things still come up and you're just like, you just want to catch a break. And I get it. I get it. I'm there with you right now. My nose is stopped up. It's running from the crying, but I can still smell the fucking sewage wafting in from the water company that has been out in front of my house for weeks now, doing all this construction, and now they've disappeared, and now my neighborhood has smelled like shit for 3 days, 3 or 4 days. My house smells like sewage, and I'm like, great, did they just leave it like Is it ever gonna normalize? Like, so yeah, I get it. You're like, I want signs of growth. I've had it. I'm with you. I'm frustrated too. Not gonna pretend not to be. All right. What's the good news this week? Well, manifesting. We better freaking be careful to take a breath. Breathe. And find some stability, because we don't want to manifest more of this. After this, I'm going to take a shower and find something to eat. I've been too busy to cook this weekend, so now I'm just finding something random. A jar of olives, perhaps. I like this together because despite the fact that I'm worried that I'm going to be manifesting more calamity because I'm in this kind of state, I don't think that that's what we're talking about here. I think we're ending this fucking bullshit that we've been experiencing where you just feel like you're treading water and like never seeing the results. That is over. I've had it. I demand more. I demand more for all of us. Fucking over it. We're growing. Our lives are growing. We're manifesting from a place of all the work that we've been putting in. We need to breathe. Just take a breath. Until you can find something stable inside of you to just ground into. We are growing more stability. We are growing more abundance. We are growing better relationships. I'm gonna go get the Kleenex. Things are growing. I think that we're going to see improvements. It's just... Just trying to take a deep breath. I really do believe things are improving. There have been signs of it. I actually had the best thing happen Friday. Actually, it was Thursday. I actually took off Friday and Saturday because of all these family events. And I had just a fun, chill evening planned at my sister and her wife's house Friday. I was going to get the house cleaned up, pack, like go shop for a dress to wear to the wedding, and go out to my sister's, eat chili, hang out, like enjoy the evening, watch a movie. And then we had the buddy walk for my family. We participate in the buddy walk to this year. It was called the Extra Mile, but it's a charity benefit that raises money for Down syndrome research. My nephew has Down syndrome and autism, so it's something that we go as a family and do every year. And so this year it actually fell on my niece's wedding day. So it was going to be really crazy. So I was just going to go out to my sister's, everything. Both of the events were happening in Lebanon. It's like 20 minutes from Mount Juliet, but then I live like way further into Nashville. So I was like, okay, well, we'll just all go there together. So Thursday night, I had one of my last tables came in for the night. It was a group of women, and they found out I was a tarot reader. And they're like, oh my gosh, like we want to book you. Like, are you available? And I'm like, oh, I'd love to. I'd love to take advantage of this, because that's what I'm passionate about. And I was like, I don't know if I can, because I've got a lot of stuff to get ready for the wedding, and my house is not prepared to have like 7 strangers over and entertain you while I do this. And so I was like, I don't know if I can do it, but I want to. And my nephew was there, and he was like, if they have an Airbnb or a hotel room, maybe you could just go to them. And I was like, oh, good point. I was like, maybe I can clump a group thing into like a time slot. sort of like doing parties, but maybe it would be more like a group reading for them. It's like individual, but they're all together. They're like, yeah, let's do it. So I ended up booking them for 2.5 hours, but we went for almost 5. It was a full-on like spiritual retreat workshop, and it was like life-changing for each of these women. It was amazing. Like everybody cried. We were all like, we couldn't believe like some of the stuff that was like specifically being like pinpointed. And at the end, this woman was like, wow, it was like each one of us, like you took the theme of our life and unpacked it and like showed us how we didn't have to let it define us. And that was just like so beautiful. And I thought, man, you know, if I did an intensive like that, I could have gone back the next day if we would have like doubled the rate and like gone through and gone back to each person and like gone in for specifics, like targeted, you know, a specific thing. I workshopped it. And it just made me feel so hopeful and so excited because they all, you know, paid what I asked plus some. They all tipped me. I made more than I asked for doing that. It was so exciting. It was so inspiring. And I felt so fulfilled. And they did too. And it was a really good time. It was a very inspiring event. And I felt like, oh, wow, this is signs of growth. This is what I've been trying to manifest. And each one of these women had big themes like that, big endings, big, huge opportunities coming forth. It was so exciting to be there and share that moment with them. I'm so grateful for that. But it was, you know, it was very exhausting, and I didn't really have time to hydrate that day. I literally went for 4.5, 5 hours. I did like 15 or 20 minutes on the astrology while I was unpacking the cards and then set the timer, and then it was like 4.5 hours. So yeah, I mean, it was a long, and I didn't stop. I didn't take a break. Like they came and went as they needed, but most of the time they were like paying attention through the whole thing. It was really something. And the benefit there is that you get messages from other people's readings too, and you get the advice while we're talking it out, right? So it was really amazing. But yeah, I was like rushing around, and then my intuition told me to like go to anthropology, and they were like, you can have one of our dresses. I was like, no, I know that there's something in anthropology waiting. And I was like hauling ass because I didn't want my sister waiting for me. I was running late. And I pulled into the garage, and there was a spot like right there by the store. I was like, thank God. And then I ran into the store. I like speed shopped like Supermarket Sweep, the old game show. And there were like a bunch of great party dresses. I found 2 that were like absolutely stunning. And I just treated myself to both of them because I'm a dress person. I know I'll wear them. That's like my wardrobe. I wear dresses all the time. So I'm super excited. The ladies were super excited. They texted me back to check in. And I mean, I say ladies, but they're my same age. We're women, I guess. We're chicks, girls, whatever. But yeah, I was so excited. And they were so excited for me to find good dresses. And yeah, it all went really well. So all in all, it was great, and we had a really fun wedding weekend. My niece's wedding was gorgeous. She was beautiful. I'm so proud of her. All her friends and family are awesome, and most of them are my family too, and we're awesome. So it was a good time. I'm just very tired, and I'm very frustrated, and I'm very keen on the end of this bullshit. I'm very excited for some growth. So yes, so please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I don't promise, but tomorrow, more than likely I'll be in a better mood. I do have to work tomorrow night, so I will be in after work, but we'll see. I know that my managers are trying to help me make up for this event. They feel bad. They're good people. I really like my job that I work at, and I love my coworkers, and I love my bosses. It's just really hard when stuff like this happens because you just do the best you can, and it's just like nothing's enough sometimes. to support content creators, like their video. If you watch the video at least halfway through, just give it a like. It's free. You don't have to do anything except for push a button. And on YouTube, it's anonymous. I don't know who likes the videos. I only know really who comments. I don't even know how to check to see who my subscribers are. Like, it tells me like recent people, but I don't know. For some reason, I feel like, I don't know, people are so secretive about watching my material and reading it that they're afraid to be seen liking or commenting. And it's like, these are the people that tell me like, oh, I love your stuff, I've been reading it and watching all this time. And I'm like, could you please help me by liking the video? It costs you nothing. Like, I'm really glad that it's doing something for you. I mean, that's the main point. But like, can you help me by please like taking an action on the video so that I have a hope in ever monetizing this channel? I need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. And I am like kind of 20% there. It's not like I'm just showing up expecting to be given the world. I've probably made 300 videos this year. I'm trying to make one every day. What more can I do? I'm like violent right now. I want to hurt something, and all I did was just like, I've like hit my ankle and my foot like 3 times since I've been home. All right, you guys, at least I have restaurant leftovers. I have like some really, really, really rich mac and cheese. I'm going to comfort eat. I have 27 cornbread muffins. Not really 27, but I love the cornbread muffins. And yeah, I'm gonna take a shower and I'm gonna enjoy the smell of fucking sewage. I guess I'll be calling Metro Water tomorrow, just saying if this is ever gonna be a thing or if this is just the new normal. It just smells like shit now forever. All right, y'all. It is what it is. This is not the best video I've ever made, but I showed up. I'm insane. I am literally losing it. And this is the best mood I could get myself into. I feel a little bit better. I hope that I've at least expressed what you feel and you feel cathartic having seen someone else have a breakdown. Ending. Growth. Manifest. Breathe. Stability. Trying. Fuck you, cards. Fuck you. Alright. This is real. This is raw. This is me signing out for tonight. Infuriated. Upset. You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. Ciao.